realize that the person you fell in love with is a complete fucking idiot? There's two people in this room, or two kinds of people in this room right now. Those that agree, and those that are with their significant other right now. This bar, and I found one that, let me just say, struck my fancy. So I go to my buddy, I go, dude, what do you think of her? He looks at me with this squint on his face, says, dude, I wouldn't bang her with your dick. And I looked at him and I said, what a limiting thought is. If I could use your dick, I'd be jackhammering everyone, starting with your mother, if for no other reason than to make Christmas dinner really, really awkward for you. Tool right there. So I used to be a professional wrestler. I know you look at me and say, well, fucking obviously. But yeah. What I'm supposed to do. I find nobody's doing their job anymore, and it goes all the way to the top. Look at Bill Gates. I mean, I get it. You've made your billions of dollars and everything, and now you want to do your charity work. Go ahead, feed all of Africa. But I gotta tell you something. When you have those Ethiopian kids that are so well fed that they can run faster than my copy of Windows Vista, it's time for you to go back to the drawing board, alright? Let's get back to fundamentals. Hey girl. And then I go into Walmart afterwards. I'm so sick and tired of Walmart telling me that the most important thing to them is the comfortable experience for their shopper. And I go in there and their greeter is in a wheelchair and he's cross-eyed and can't say hello without spitting on me from 5 feet away. You want to create a comfortable experience for me? Get me somebody that just doesn't make me cringe when I look at them, alright? But, I can't remember the name, but it says as part of this antidepressant drug, one of the side effects is possible uncontrollable diarrhea. If you're a person that lives with depression, you take this pill, you're getting ready to go out into the world, life is good, you walk out, go down the street, and you shit yourself. What kind of self-esteem killer is that right now? That is like a pill for erectile dysfunction that makes me hallucinate and see every host of The View naked. And don't even talk to me about that Elizabeth Hasselbeck, because as soon as she opens her mouth, she becomes the most unfuckable retard I've ever seen. Yeah, I went there. But anyway. So one thing that drives me nuts in life, though, is an attention whore. Now, I realize the irony of standing up on a stand-up stage and accusing other people of being an attention whore. I get that. Don't you worry about that. There's a bunch of young ladies that come in that coincidentally are walking like this because I don't think they can close their legs if they try. They have about 8 or 9 children and they are always cashing their checks for the, it's like the, what's it called? The child tax credit, the CTC. Now these young ladies are about 22 and they're getting a check for $1,100, which means they have about 11 kids a month. So they're just letting the government take care of them and everything. I have a bit of a problem with that. If you're just allowing yourself to get pregnant so that the government will take care of you, I propose a better way. You take the CTC, you add an extra letter to it. Make it the CSTC. That stands for the cum swallowing tax credit. Instead of taking it down there, take it up here, be the good egg that all my friends are looking for, and then you get money from the government. I don't know if you want to do it by a throat swab or a stomach test. I'm not a doctor, I don't know these things. But the more volume in there, the more cash you get. You got population control. All the guys on the planet are a lot happier. Life is good. There was one a few months ago, and it took place in Britain. And there was this couple that got together. They were a pair of adopted people. They met, fell in love, got married, planned to have a family. So they're getting all their medical work together, getting their blood tests together to have get the family. The blood tests come back to them. They find out that they were twins who were separated at birth, went off their separate way, found each other, fell in love, and got married. You can just imagine these two after the first date. You see the woman with her best friend going, "It's like I've known this guy my whole life." Honey, it's not that joke you shared over coffee that makes you feel so familiar. It's that 9 months you shared in a womb where you were fingering his ass every day. and then trying to do it on purpose 25 years later. Adopted by different families and then married each other. What kind of karma god would do that to somebody? What would you have to do to get the bad karma to get this news story going? I'm thinking these people would have to friggin' wipe their ass with the faces of Ethiopian baby refugees on a daily basis to get that much bad karma. It's true, I mean, that's some repugnant shit. So now, but I like to use nicknames and everything now too. I'll be offensive. I have an instance in this. I have a Muslim buddy who is fantastic, but he is late for everything that he does. So I came up with a nickname for him. 912.